World of YouTube, Tampa side here driving today on this ugly Monday morning. Anyways, in all seriousness, of course, today is the new day to start the new show on Wzlx. And right now, started listening at 7. It is now 9:38 a.m. And honestly, I can tell you that I am very, 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 very disappointed in the direction that this radio station has taken. Now, I don't know. I mean, like I said, first day, I have not listened to the whole show, but what I have listened to, and the main guy here talking about a little blowout he had in his other radio station career and what led him to this, I guess. Well, all I can say is oh boy, is yes, I guess I do not like change. But, unfortunately, I cannot bring back what was rightfully put in his place back in 1985 when it all began. But even though Kevin is gone, I think Pete and Heather held up very well, and they were doing very well, especially along with Mr. Kenny Young. And I didn't think that this tasteless, release of these two, I didn't think it really would have happened. I would have thought that they would have given more time, give direction to what would really go on with the show. But just like that, snap of the fingers, gone. And yes, like I said, that was very tasteless. You know how you got that nice gourmet cordon bleu looking plate set down in front of you, but when you bite into the veiny, nasty, bony chicken, that is not what you paid for, not what you always encountered being, fresh and delicious. And all of a sudden, it's just that bad taste, that bad feeling when you go to chew, that bad taste that you think the next time you bite into a piece of chicken and you stop and it makes you just turn away and look in another direction. And you're like, forget about that, and it makes you want to not eat it again. That's where I'm at right now. Don't get me wrong, I love to play sports, but for a show to come full forth with just sports and the mentality of these men growing up in the 90s, and it seems to me that the greatest music of all time to them, as was said today, was grunge. Don't get me wrong, I am a grunge fan, and my grunge band is Alice in Chains. That band, man, put a damper and a freaking stamp on the map to devastate other music that just got lost. And, I don't listen to this no more. I listen to this. But in all's reality, and I hate to say it, but the truth is, grunge is now dead. I mean, Lane Staley, Chris Cornell, you know, forgive me for forgetting his name, but it would have been my second favorite grunge band, STP. He's gone, you know, and the only ones left are Pearl Jam. And I'm sorry, Pearl Jam to me, I had no connection. There's only one song that I really like from Pearl Jam. And it was This Is Not For You. Go figure with that title. But, I don't know. They just never caught me into the mix. When they came out with Worldwide Suicide, and I even talked to a DJ about this, stealing a riff, which is pretty well known for Led Zeppelin. And I mean, don't get me wrong, and don't sit here and bust my chops like the DJ did. But forever in my music catalog, Ugly Kid Joe will always be in my catalog. And Neighbor, won't you be my neighbor? Right? You go listen to that guitar riff, and you go listen to Worldwide Suicide, then you got yourself a little and a DJ, that same DJ, I'm not gonna bust him, I'm not gonna mention his name, labeled Pearl Jam's guitars one of the greatest guitars of all time. I'm sorry, no. 5 greatest guitarists of all time is Tony Iommi, Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Zakk Wylde, and the late, great Dimebag Darrell. To me, that's my top 5. They single-handedly made the music, made the guitar look like something out of space. Then, of course, in the list would go on of top 10. You can't forget Ace Frehley, you know. And it goes on, but, hey. All I know, though, is that when you take something and don't even give it a chance, it ain't even been a year. You don't even give it a chance. And switch over to something that's, I mean, the only thing I know that's going to save this is all this guy's fans are going to hop over with him. And I'm sure he will. He's talking about his social media page. Got taken away from him, cut. And, hey, what the hell can you do, right? You're going to do a legal battle and all this, blah, 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 but whatever. And he sounds like he did the right decision, but, I mean, if you're that insecure yourself, and he's talking about he's got ADD, well, I got ADHD, I got severe depression, post-traumatic, you know, all the symptoms, mental case, Fruit Loop, but you know what? I seem to get the words and put it all in and, you know, make it right. Because I want it to come out right. I want to come out as a person, just like my YouTube channel, Terrible Sight. I mean, I'm not the friggin' brightest or sharpest tool in the shed, the brightest light on the block. But I'll tell you something, man. I think I can kind of do a better job than this guy. I'm sorry. I mean, everybody got issues, my brother. And I got severe issues. But you know what? I know where I could put it. I know where to be and where it's to be let out. But, oh man. Heather and Pete had it. Kevin had it. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bust this guy's balls or any of them, but genuine. And I'll tell you, Kevin did that. He was going to get called up to do that commercial for airlines, man. I did a skit for him and did the same thing, just giggle, shits, and laughs. You know, he put a thumbs up on it, whatever. But him, when he did it, oh, man, I'm telling you, I wanted to go buy tickets that day. He made me want to go buy tickets that day. It's like, damn. Listen to this airport commercial. Kevin with his genuine voice. I'm going to buy tickets right now. That's how good he was. Amazing. But you cannot forget Heather and Pete. They too. And with Heather coming out with the last story about going to punch a neighbor in the face, oh man, things were getting good. Now that's what I'm looking. Now it's all about sports. I mean, I get it. Sports, especially being in the big trophy town we are of Massachusetts, Boston. Woo! But there's only so much of sports you can take. It's like therapy. There's only so much therapy you can get out of a therapist before you're sitting there talking about the same old crap. And it's... okay. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. All I know is that I am just lost for words. I'm sorry, but Wzlx did a very tasteless outro for Pete and Heather. I am very disappointed. I'm just in disbelief. I did catch the commercial Pete did last week. It's good to hear his voice, but you know what? These guys, it's like just a repeat. But every day when Pete and Heather came in, even with Kevin, there was always something new. It seems like all we're going to hear about on this in the history. I want to hear more history of, and that's the thing. Took away the classic rock clash. How about we get these gentlemen up to do the classic rock clash? And if they're only stuck in the 90s with their music history, which I'm putting them on the table to play some more. And this is like I say, what made it great, yeah, this is classic radio, classic music. And when it's all brought out like Carter Allen, gotta bring out the history. And then you bring in this other stuff. I'm gonna give it a try, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it 2 weeks. I'm going to give another video. But right now, playing about 4 minutes of a guy swearing. Beep, 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 beep. Talking about the winning team. They won. You're going to cry. You're going to blah. You're going to beep, 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 beep. I swear to God, I felt like I was in some type of, oh my God, torture chamber with them repeating a certain noise to make you go insane. But willing to give it a try, see what happens. But as of now, like I said, the only way I think this station is going to be saved is this guy's followers will follow him. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I'm going to speak for myself and to say there's a lot of radio stations I've listened to through many, many years. And I've been listening to radio since the age of 5, my people. And I'll tell you, you can believe it or not, listen to a lot of DJs, and not one of them throughout my time, 50 years old, up and down the East Coast, from Mass to Florida. Have I ever heard a combination of a trio like the Kevin Carlson, Pete McKenzie, Heather Ford radio morning show? I have never heard a combination trio like that. That just kept me wanting to turn that radio back on. I did write 2 personal messages to Heather and Pete. They never responded. But at least I got out what I wanted to say. And if they do watch this video, I give you 2 the biggest salute. And like I say, my morning shows are probably now officially done. Be listening here and there. And like I said, I'm going to give them another review in 2 weeks. I'm going to be listening to the same amount as what I've always listened to throughout the years of listening to, the Carlson, McKenzie, Heather show. And I'm going to give another review, but so far, I'm sorry. Man, it just doesn't look good to me. Till that next video, be safe, take care. Always believe, always beware. But till that next video, folks. Out.